Hello, we are going to talk about the comparative advantage principle. This principle is basically when one country has an absolute advantage in the production of all goods. According to Ricardo's theory of comparative advantage, it makes sense for a country to specialize in the production of those goods that they produce most efficiently and to buy goods that it produces less efficiently from other countries. So, in this comparative advantage principle, Ricardo emphasizes what is more important here is the ratio between how effortlessly the two countries can produce the products and not the absolute cost of the production. What matters most in this theory is the relative efficiency which a country can produce the product.
Here is an example of comparative advantage principle in two countries, which are Malaysia and Indonesia. So from the table, you can see that Malaysia can produce 1 ton of palm oil in 30 days and produce 1 ton of rubber in 40 days. Meanwhile, Indonesia, they can produce 1 ton of palm oil in 10 days and they can produce 1 ton of rubber in 20 days. It shows that Indonesia can produce both palm oil and rubber in fewer days than Malaysia. So ideally, we would think that they should just produce both palm oil and rubber according to what the country needs. However, it would not be favorable for them, but it would be more beneficial if they trade with Malaysia. So the reason that rather than the absolute cost of production, the ratio of the production is more important. So for instance, Indonesia produced 3 times more palm oil than Malaysia, which is a 30/10 ratio, but they only produce 2 times more rubber than Malaysia, which is a 40/20 ratio. So from here, Indonesia should dedicate its resources of producing palm oil to Malaysia and import rubber from Malaysia, and vice versa for Malaysia, where they should dedicate their resources in producing rubber for Indonesia and then import the palm oil from Indonesia. So that is the example of comparative advantage.
An opportunity cost is the value of a foregone alternative activity. In the previous example, if Indonesia produces 1 ton of rubber, it forgoes 2 tons of oil palm. However, if Malaysia produces 1 ton of rubber, it forgoes only 1.33 tons of oil palm. Thus, Malaysia should specialize in rubber, right? On the other hand, if Malaysia produces 1 ton of palm oil, it forgoes 3/4 ton of rubber. And if Indonesia produces 1 ton of palm oil, it forgoes only half ton of rubber. Thus, Indonesia should specialize in palm oil. To conclude, the opportunity cost of producing rubber is lower in Malaysia and the opportunity cost of producing palm oil is lower in Indonesia.